Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're visiting another castle we have filmed by drone before, but this time we've returned with this camera. So we've come to see Caerphilly Castle, obviously in Caerphilly. This is the car park we've chose to park in. This is the one that's actually signposted for Caerphilly Castle, and it's actually just around the corner. So let's go and show you. So that car park is just up by there, and straight away we're in the surrounds of the castle.
So this is the Caerphilly Castle map.
So this is actually a park as well as the castle. Beautiful little place to come. Lovely, peaceful and quiet. So we're at the front of the castle now, which is where the entrance is going to be, just over by there. And this castle is right next to the high street, just the other side of the road, and up behind me. As you can see by there, look, right next to the high street. So this castle has recently reopened, with the Great Hall being completely redone. It's just the back side of the entrance, and we get to go and pay right behind us, over in there.
So this is the gift shop.
So Evie decided she liked using my camera on occasions, so she asked us would we get her a cheap camera for her to use on these days out. So you now have one, don't you, Evie?
Yeah.
So I may put bits of your clips in my video. So that's the most famous bit of this castle, the very own Leaning Tower of Pisa. But first of all, we're going to go over to this side, which is a dead end, and take a peek over there. And the first thing you see is in the middle by here. some ruins of some description, and I can just see a sign on that wall over there that says it used to be a corn mill. Makes sense to make use of all the water running through the moat. So it looks like over on this bit they got some examples of the weapons of the time. Well, certainly from looking at this weapon, you wouldn't imagine this was the earliest weapon here. Looks pretty mean. I'll turn it around and show you now. It's like a huge mechanical crossbow. This is our next weapon. Now this one doesn't look as bad as the last one, to be honest. Now this one looks the biggest and the best. Looks like it could do some real damage, this one. It literally throws boulders. And this one's called a Perrier, which looks just like a smaller, quicker version of the last one. But we'll take a look. So we're right at the end of the castle on this side. That's a pretty impressive door right there. There's not much that you can see in this little bit though, for some reason. I'm guessing they're not allowing people to go upstairs. And on the other side it's just exactly the same as the other. Sadly we're not allowed in this bit. So we'll work our way back towards the main event. You captured Evie?
Yeah.
Right, you're staying here for the 6 weeks holiday, okay?
No!
Bye bye! So we're on the next bridge now, which goes into the main castle.
So this is the actual entrance of the castle. So I wonder what interesting things we can find in here.
Welshman of extraordinary bravery, who lured the two dragons towards a giant cauldron filled to the brim with mead. Like bees to honey, the dragons took the bait and were soon drinking their fill. There the sleeping dragons lay for centuries. The land, animals, and people living on it were restored to good health, until the day King Vortigern decided he would build a castle on the very same mountain. Every time the walls of his impressive...
Well, that's got some lean on it. Poor fella down the bottom, keeping it up all of his life. I don't know if that statue is actually holding anything.
What you gotta do is you gotta stand on the wall, go back.
So in this area would have been the kitchens.
And lived peacefully here in Wales. All was well until one day, land was invaded by white.
So there would have been two defences before getting even close to the castle.
Women lost, defeating the invading white beast. Vortigern built his castle,
And this would have been the last defence before actually getting into the main castle, which is just through here.
I'll build a castle so great no one ever breaches walls. They may call it.
So in this little bit there's a story that goes up on the wall that you can sit down and watch. I imagine it tells you all the history, but obviously I can't show you that. And this is the bit we're in.
Called Gilbert the Red on account of his fiery temper.
Indeed I will follow the story. No stone left unturned. As usual, up the stairs we go.
It's paid a fortune to build Caerphilly Castle, and to build it fast is all but impenetrable. But while there is blood in my veins, I will fight to eject the Clare from my lands. Intervene to stop peace, removing everyone from the castle. Tricked his way back.
It's pretty cool. They got like a protection on the wall showing you where the gate would have been raised. Just down in the middle of there they got a little thing going on of the history of when the castle was attacked.
Oh, these are all good.
I always manage to find them. And this is where you relieve yourself, Kev, I think is the correct terminology there.
We waited 3 years in order to produce their egg. And they came.
Now, this is a fairly impressive room when you come in.
His plans for the great hall and new kitchens will make Caerphilly magnificent enough to match any royal palace. With the king by our side, there will be no limit to his ambition.
It is our queen of the day.
Loads of light in this room. I wonder if... Oh, I was going to say I wonder if this was confession, but it just overlooks the hall. So we're just up the top of that section now. I think they're missing a trick. They could have a nice cafe up here. Some umbrellas in the sun. I suppose the history comes first. And halfway down this tower, just off the hall, we've got this walkway out here. Fair play, that's one impressive moat all the way around the castle. And I think just opposite us over there, I believe that's the new bit they've just done up.
Oh, it's because it's a triangle.
So as you can see, this bit actually overhangs outside of the castle and would have been where they defended the castle. Through these little splits. And they're all the way across.
Why are we going there? Oh, there's a bit of a crossroads now.
They say, fine, sorry, but we won't get you.
So it's just in our room, just opposite through there. There comes out another viewpoint. Well, obviously you can go into that tower, but currently closed. So I hope we find a different way in there. But for now, let's get up some more steps. See, I think they lived pretty well during those days. I mean, obviously it's no fun with everyone wanting to attack and kill you all the time, but whilst you're not under attack, I think you had it quite cushy. And we're up top of this tower now. Now, as some of you may know, going up these steps in these castles, there's no chance of passing people on the way up or down. I'm a bit out of breath, yeah? So it's a case of stopping and listening and waiting to see if there's anyone coming. And inevitably you do pass people. Now you can't make it right to the top, but we are close enough. Brilliant place to get some photos of Caerphilly from. Just show you out over this side, see what we can see. Oh, some of the moat. Right, let's go stop, look and listen like the Green Cross code, is it? Even though I don't think they teach that anymore. But let's try and figure these steps out again. So we're now on this side of the castle, having been across the top and up in that tower there. So now let's go down these steps and see what's down below. So we're now just out of this side of the castle, looking at those things that we were stood in not so long ago. But we're not quite ready to see around the outside of the castle yet, so let's get back in and up those little bits of steps in the corner and see what else is inside the castle. Very small, pretty room. No signs and no idea what it was used for. So on this side it's just another room like there's on the other side. Just through that doorway is a tent by there, and apparently that's for kids to do colouring inside. So we're now going into the newly redone section, which I believe is the Great Hall. Let's go see. You can smell how fresh it is in here. Pretty impressive hall. So as you can see, there are projections that go up on the walls, tell you all the stories of the castle, but I shan't film all that. I don't wish to have a copyright. So in the old pantry and buttery is now the toilets. So we're at the back side of the castle, just going up another tower. Sadly you can't go further that way.
If the king refuses to expel him, I need to take matters into my own hands. It is Spencer and the Valley. It would be metal king Shea Dohanai.
Isabella has become hysterical while in France. She spends too much time at Roger Mortimer. It fills her head with nonsense. Ma non cariato non so. Mine who's sick and an addict. And then I've been. But Isabella and plenty.
And of course, I am the king's favourite niece. My wedding plan shall.
Who doesn't like a long dark corridor? See where this one ends up. It's a pretty long corridor. I don't even think you can see on camera down to the other side. And it was just overlooking the moat on the other side, so it would have been another area to defend the castle. And it goes back into that tower by there. So let's work our way back down it and then go up some more steps and see what's up there. As you can see, this one is a pretty long corridor. Further up's not allowed. So now let's go down these steep steps and see what's down there. I see, I think it goes just down to the moat. But let's go see anyways. So yeah, it just goes down to the moat, the little platform. I was just on my way outside and I realised I forgot to film this bit, which would have been the back gate to the castle. Well, there's a pretty garden over by there. Looks like they spent a fair bit of money on this castle recently. A good job of it too. And if you look to the right after you come out the back side of the castle, that goes around to where I filmed that statue and the overhang for the defending of the castle. So let's go this way and show you some of these gardens and what's around this side of the castle. Follow the yellow brick road. That's just a sign telling you about all the wildlife that's in the moats surrounding the castle. I haven't seen this from the inside because I don't think we can get up inside that bit of the castle, but if I can zoom in with a decent quality, just in that window by there, there's like a gold goblet. I'll try and zoom in and do my best for you. So that was Caerphilly Castle, guys. Let me know down below what you thought to that. Now apparently this castle is Wales's biggest castle, but I'm pretty sure they're including the moat in with the size of the actual castle, because I'm sure Pembroke Castle's probably a little bit bigger than this. But what do you think? Let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me see you guys on the next one. Bye bye for now.
Like and subscribe, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.